Hi, in this video, I'll be showing us how we can calculate average duration in Excel in Power BI. I'll be showing us how we can get duration in Excel, and I'll be showing us how we can do that in Power BI as well. So this video series is going to be in two parts: Excel and Power BI, and I'll be showing us how to do that. The data that is going to be used for this video will be dropped under the description. Link to access it will be dropped under the description, so you can replicate and try it out for yourself. The process are very easy, straightforward, so you can try it out for yourself as well. So right now, here is the data I'll be working with. I have a small summary of the data. This was done with Python in Excel. I'll be releasing other videos on how to probably use Python in Excel. Just a simple function I use, Python function I use to get the summary of the data, the count, the unique, more description on the data. So that's what I just did. Yeah, but let's go straight into what we want to do for today. So I have this sheet called sheet one. I have this sheet called sheet one, which has the data in its raw form. So let me quickly clear that out. Clear that out. So we have the data in its raw form. So right now, I want to calculate duration. What we have as duration in Excel. So let me also clear this. Let me clear this as well. So right now, I want to calculate duration. How can we calculate duration in Excel? I want to pause the video a bit. Take a minute. Think of this. How should we do this? It should be a simple formula, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I know a lot of us have thought, yeah, we just subtract the end date from the start date, right? That logically should work. That logically should work. If you subtract the end date from the start date, you should get the duration. That makes a lot of sense. Let's try this out and let's see what we get. So I'm going to do equals to the end date minus the start date. And what do I have here? I have a number here. I have a number here. 0.583461. Interesting, right? Interesting. So, but I don't have this. I don't have like the time in probably hours, minutes, seconds, day, or so. I don't have it like that. But I have the number. I have the number. So this leads me to a very important point, right? By default, Excel, Power BI interpret date time as numbers. What we see in essence on this data set is a format being applied to the Excel. Is not what is actually in the cell. What is actually in this cell is a number, but what we see is a format being applied to the in Excel. So if you want to know the number that is behind this format, what I can do, I can just copy this Control C. Now I come somewhere here, I'll do Control Alt V or Alt ESV. Click on values for Control V or TSV, we get you to values itself. Then I click on OK. Then you can see this datetime you see here, which is appearing like a text, but it's actually a number that is here. So it's a number. This is a number. Then let's see for the end date. For the end date, Control C, come here, Alt ESV, just go to the page special, then I click on OK. This is the number behind the duration, behind the end date. Sorry, this is the number behind the end date. So when we said the end date minus the start date, in essence, what we were saying is equals to this number minus this number, and that's how we got that particular value. Another way you can check the format being used is if you press Ctrl 1 on your Excel, you have this format cell dialog box, and you can see this is the format being applied to that cell. If you click on number, you see the value actually in the cell. So that's just a simple way of you to get that. So right now we need to format this cell in a way which we would be able to get that representation of that value as we want. So right now, I'm going to use a function that can help us easily do this. We call it the text function. So we have the equivalent in Power BI, which I'm going to show, but the text function can help you to format specific values to whatever you want, whatever you like. So right now, I'm just going to do equals to text. So I'll come on my Excel somewhere here. I just want to see if the logic makes sense. So I'll just do equals to text, right? And I'm going to click on right? This value, and do comma, format it into. I probably want to see um the hours or the hours and the minutes. I can even take it granular to the second, but I just want to see probably the hours and the minutes that in this duration. I'll do H, let's go mm, then H semicolon then close this, then close this quotation, then close my bracket, then hit enter. Can we see my screen? So this, in essence, is saying 14 hours. 14 hours. Like this is the number of hours, this is the number of minutes. So 14 hours. The difference between this time and this time is 14 hours. 14 hours. Well, we can easily verify this, but that's the general idea on how we can apply this. So the difference between those two is 14 hours. So we see with the text function, I can specify the hours, I can specify the minutes as well. The minutes as well for this. So I'm going to come here into this as pre-existing formula. I'm just going to edit it a bit, call it text. Now the value, I'm going to have this, open one bracket. So it's important to know that Excel formulas and functions uses PODMATs, uses PEDMATs as well. So it's follow a particular order, a particular hierarchy. You have to do the bracket before the other calculations could work. So the bracket here right now is for the values so that it makes sense. Then the format in which I want it, I can do H underscore mm So is just for for the minutes. H is for the hours. Close the quotation. Close my bracket. Let's see what we have here. We have 14. We have 14. And if I drag this down, we have this. We have this. We have this. But is this exactly is this exactly correct? So let me see this one. This one's 21, 21, 21, 23, 21, 22, 21, 20. So if you can see some of this, it's looking like it's not this can never be correct, right? So the issue is the format we applied on it. We just applied hours and minutes. We just want to see the hours and minutes. But the difference between this could probably be days, which I suppose it is. This is more than how many days? Like 3 days. It could be it could be more, it could even be more than days. It could be more than 3 days, it could be 5 days, it could be 10 days. So in this our text function, we can just easily edit this our text function to include days, probably ddhm. So with this, I think we should be good. So let's drag this down. So we drag this down, and it's saying the difference between these time periods is in days. So we can see this 5 days, 19 minutes, and 7 19 19 hour 7 minutes. So that's the difference between these two. Um, the difference between these two. So we can even make it to be a little bit more readable, more visually appealing, as we will say. Like we should have. for this one day, 21 21 minutes. So that's just simple. For this, we just use a simple concatenate or simple ampersand, the and symbol. So we just use that for this to get it. But this is working. This is working. We will verify our result at the end. We will use AI to verify our result, and we could also use Google to verify our result. But logically speaking, this looks like it makes a lot of sense. So right now, I'm going to quickly just do. I'm going to. I just want to make this appealing. So with this, I can tell that this is the days, this is the hours, this is the minutes. This is the days, this is the hour, this is the minutes. I can tell that by looking at my screen. I can tell that this is the days, this is the hours, this is the minute. I can tell that by looking at my screen, but I want the user to be able to tell this as well. So right now, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this. So I'm just going to do a concatenate function, or I'm just going to use the ampersand symbol to make it fast. So right now, I'm going to first do D. D is for the first day that we have there. Do my and symbol, the and symbol, then do this string. So anytime you're writing a string in a function, in a formula, you ensure you keep this quotation mark. You ensure you keep this quotation mark. I'm just going to do this D, right? I'm going to do D for this one. Then we have this. So if I hit enter, you can see 0 day, 0 day, right? So I want to do for the others, I'll do and I can just copy this function a bit, this formula a bit, copy it, come here, paste it, and change this to change this to Then just like we did the other time, we want to include the M to it. Then I will do the last one, do an and, then copy this, paste it here, change this to okay. So the first one should have been H. This is H, right? It's H. So this I'll change this to H. And this I'll leave it as MM and have the last and then M. Then M. So we have this like this. And I can close and I'm good to go. My formula is good to go. Let's hit enter. You can see this. I can now drag this down. So with this, I just use the and symbol to the and symbol works the same way concatenate does. So you can try concatenate from your end. So with this, we can actually see the difference between this time period and this time period is 14 hours. Is 14 hours, 1 minute. This is 1 day, 21 hours, 01 minutes. And this 3 days, 21 hours, 01 minute as well. So we can see the difference between this time period. Let's just take one of them and cross check this quickly. So I'm going to ask AI, and for that I'm going to use Copilot for Windows, or you can use your Bing AI, you can use your ChatGPT as well, whatever that is generally available to you. As at the point of recording this um, video I am using the beta channel, so I have access to this. If you do not have access to this at the point when you're trying to practice, you can always use other other tools out there, other AI tools out there to ask this simple question. So this question I'm going to ask it is, I think I like to be polite. Hi Bing, uh, kindly tell me the duration between end dates. Let me copy this end date, right? Copy this end date. I'm going to come here, paste it here, and start date. I'm going to copy this, paste it here, copy it, then paste it here. So let's see the answer it gives us. It gives us, so it will quickly generate the answer, and let's see the results it generates. Exactly 14 hours 1 minute. So so we are good to go. So 14 hours 1 minute, it shows this calculation is very good. It's very correct. So it's good, it's correct. So so if you remember, the start of my video was how to get the average duration. So for you to do that effectively, so I have this duration like this, I have this duration like this. I could just call the duration number also number. So for you to actually do that correct effectively, you can just do this minus this. So ensure you have it as a number for you to get the average of it. You ensure you have the duration number as a number. Then you can get the average of all these numbers. Then you convert that average to whatever we have there. It's just a simple trick, simple fix. Then you get it done. So let me just quickly show that. So I'm just going to do equals to average of these numbers right here, equals to average. I'm going to select these numbers, Control Shift down, now okay, hit enter. I have this as the average duration. Have this as the average duration. The reason why we can't do this on this is because this, in essence, is a text. Is a text, and a text you can't get average of a text. Average itself requires a value. So you have to use the numbers itself. You have it once you have the number column like this, you can get the average of the numbers. Then I'm going to wrap this in a text. So I'm going to use the text function. So this will represent the value I want. Then I can now specify the format in which I want it to be. So I can use dd include this, then close my brackets, and hit enter. So the average duration is 18 days, uh, 19 minutes, 19 hour, 52 minutes. So I hope you've enjoyed a thing or two in this video. The other video will be how we did all of this in Excel. How can we do it in Power BI? Stay tuned for that.